Hello everyone and welcome to this stop on the blog hop for the Meet the New Team blog hop for Clique Kits. I'm so excited to be on their design team this year, and for this project I am using the October Funfetti kit, and our challenge was to create a project that talks about who we are, to introduce you to us. And I had the perfect project for this because I am currently in the middle of working on Actually, I'm at the very beginning. I'm working on a 6x12 album to document my 29th year of life. I turned 29 the end of August, and I wanted to just document a lot of fun things. Not necessarily all fun, but just monumental things that happened this year. So here I have the doodled borders and bows papers. And I decided I thought I was going to use that as my full 6x12 page, but then I decided that I really liked the page that has all the cut aparts on it. So I decided to go with that instead, and I think about adding this die cut card behind it, but I decided not to. The 2 and the 9 are from Allie Edwards' Week in a Life kit this year that she put out, and I knew as soon as I saw them that that's exactly what I wanted to use them for. So I go through and I decided to instead back the photo with that paper, just to kind of give it some black and white contrast. There are some blacks and some grays in the patterned paper that I'm using behind, and you'll see that I added the Crepe Paper Wonder, the vellum gold foiled triangles paper on top. Now I grabbed this yellow polka dot transparency, but it wasn't the look I was going for, because what I wanted to do was to mute those colors down a little bit. I love the sayings for love and life, be yourself, remember this. All these things are very life type sentiments, which goes perfect with a birthday album. So I grabbed that, I cut it down to 6x12, and then I grabbed my vellum and I cut it down to 6x12 as well. Next, what I do is I go and I'm going to run my paper. I'm playing around with some of the embellishments here, but what I end up doing is I go and stick this in my sewing machine and I do a gold stitch all the way around the perimeter of the paper to stitch it down, because what I'm going to do, and you'll see this whenever I come back, is I'm going to take the gold sequins that come in the kit. They're gold confetti sequins, and I'm going to add them behind the transparency. I'm sorry, behind the vellum and in front of, like, I'm going to sandwich them between the two pieces of paper. So there's just that little fun shaker element to the page. It's nothing like dramatic, it doesn't add a lot of bulk, but it's just something fun that I thought would be neat to add. So you'll see that I end up having some trouble with my sewing machine, so it takes a little bit longer than normal, but yeah. Anyway, so little quick update. I haven't been able to do many process videos or anything like I thought, even though I had a lot ready to go, just because life with 3 kids is a lot more time consuming than I ever thought. But it's going great. Oliver is 10 weeks old, and he's growing great. He eats like a champ. The girls have adjusted to him great. I mean, it's just, they could not have transitioned any better. It's just we stay busy a lot. I mean, I don't have time to just go upstairs and do things. So I do want to apologize a little bit for the quality of the video and the photos, because I had no choice. I had to do them at night because there's just no way during the day. So, but hey, I got it done and I was upstairs creating, and that's the most important thing. And I'm really excited about this project. Alright, so I wanted to add some more of that, I don't know what color that is, bluish, green, sea green, I don't know. But I wanted to add a little bit of a border. So I knew that I would want to use this for other projects. And so I just stuck it to the middle and cut out, so I can use that to back things, or I can cut it into smaller chunks, whatever. And then I was going for messy, but it was still a little too wide on some of the sides, so I grabbed my scissors and I just trimmed that down just a little bit to get the desired look that I was going for. And there you go. You can see over on the top left where my stitching stopped and it was starting to rip the vellum, so I just quit stitching. But I add some glue later on. Actually, after I stopped recording, I added some glue and behind the photo in between the 2 layers so it would stay. Alright, those puffy stickers are actually from the August kit, the Ambrosia kit, but I liked the colors. And so I just went ahead and pulled them back in, but they are from a previous Clique kit. And so here I wanted the look that I was actually thinking about whenever I thought that my photo was horizontal, and it wasn't. So I was going to take a bunch of different alphas and just spell out words that describe me at this point in my life. But my photo wasn't horizontal and I couldn't crop it down to make it fit. So instead I'm doing the same thing. I was going to like do a bunch of different words, run them all together and paint them all white. So I'm kind of improvising here, but it works. So there's 4 phrases or 4 words that I'm using in this on this layout. Mom, wife, teacher, and taking chances. And those are all things that I think really apply to me, really describe me right now. I'm definitely a mom, I'm definitely a wife, and I'm still a teacher. Even though I don't go back until the beginning of November, I've been blessed to be able to take some time off. But the taking chances part applies to a different part of our family that we're going, just kind of happening right now. And I wanted to make sure that I put that on here because there's going to be some more layouts or more pocket protectors, things like that, pocket page, I don't know, whatever you say, throughout the album. And I wanted to make sure that I documented that as well. And I wanted that part to stand out because right now that is kind of the focal point for our family. So I wanted those to be gold. Now you're going to see me fuss around with the words a lot because I wanted to use those gold alphabets, and those are also from the Ambrosia August Clique Kit. But I was thinking of using Dreamer, but I didn't have any R's. And then I thought about, I forget, I started something else. Believing in, you're just going to see me go through several different options to try to find something that works. I even pull out, I go to try some different thickers and nothing's really working. I have that flare that says follow your dreams because it goes right along with everything else, and I do end up using it right now. I just stick it over to the side. But the thing about putting the vellum on top of the paper was I was able to use some more, even though it's a very bold graphic background, I was able to use some bolder colored embellishments on top of it because it muted the colors down so much by adding the vellum on top. So that's a kind of a trick that you can think of. If you want to have a bold background, just put something on top of it to mute it and you can still use bold embellishments. So here I think I'm going to use believes in herself, but I didn't have any R's still, so I couldn't do that. I thought about making an R, like I had to make the E for teacher. Was it teacher? Yeah. But I couldn't figure out how to make an R and make it look good because of the type of letters that those are. The E in teacher doesn't look the greatest, but it'll have to work. Oh, excuse me. But so I think believes in, so at this point, I was going to start believes in change or believes in chances or something. I thought about using those from Studio Calico, the 7s alphabet from another. I thought about bringing back in the white. But what I end up doing is taking it all off, and I end up putting believes, or taking chances. I have to pick up my little buddy here. And so here you see me going through, and I didn't even put the letters back in the right spots on the page, or like on the alphabet sheet, and it kind of stressed me out a little bit, but I was trying to get it done. Because at this point, if you could hear the audio, my girls are starting to run upstairs. They're like, Mommy, what are you doing? And Landon's trying to keep everyone corralled, and Oliver was getting fussy, and so it was just time to get it done. But I love the way that it turned out with taking chances, because it's totally something that I'm doing now. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, taking chances. So, and there really isn't a whole lot left to the layout. I add some more of those puffy sticker hearts. I think in a second I'm going to try to look for my roller date stamp. I can't find the one that I always use, but I pull out another one. But then I was afraid to stamp on that vellum because I didn't know how it would turn out. And I didn't want to ruin it with bad stamping. So hopefully my little guy right here will stay content because I'm so close to being done. So I'll go ahead for a second. I put the 29 on there, find the right placement for it, and then I'm going to stitch it down with some gold stitching as well. I add a few more puffy stickers. No journaling because this is the cover page for my album, but I will add a couple more puffy stickers up at the top, and I will add that flare beside the word teacher. And then that is as simple as this layout gets. So I hope that you will go through and follow everyone else along the blog hop. Eliza is next, and I know that her projects are going to be great. There's lots of great things going on. Don't forget about our card swap, or not our card swap, our card crop that is coming up on the 3rd. And I'm really pumped about that. Going to have a lot of great projects. I'm working on a challenge for it right now, actually, and it's going to be fun. So I will put links to all that stuff down below so that you can access it quickly, and all of the blog hop stops will be in the description below too. Stop by them, leave some comments, let us know what you think. The whole point of this is for you to get to know us better as your design team for this year. And here I am just putting the layout in my album, and I figure out that I don't have the correct page protectors. So I am going to cut all that out so that you don't have to watch all that boring stuff of me going and finding them. But I really appreciate you watching this, and I hope that you have a great day and that you feel inspired to create something because creating makes us happy. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.